On April 13th, Iran launched an unprecedented strike on Israel, deploying an extensive arsenal of some 170 drones, more than 30 cruise missiles, and over 120 ballistic missiles. But a coalition of Israeli, American, French, Jordanian, and British forces successfully foiled the attack, intercepting 99% of the ordnances. Iran's retaliatory strike was triggered by Israel's assault on an Iranian embassy building in the Syrian capital of Damascus, which killed 16 people, including 2 Iranian generals. It marked a significant escalation in the long-running Iran-Israel conflict. While most Western leaders pledged their unequivocal support for Israel, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim chose to back Iran, calling their counterstrike a legitimate act. But will Malaysia suffer any backlash for its stance? University of Nottingham, Malaysia's Iran and Middle East expert Julia Roknifard doesn't think so. She says Malaysia is unlikely to suffer anything more than soft punitive economic action.
The security risks that I can only think of in this situation would be maybe economically, but again, maybe not in terms of direct sanctions, but some kind of behind-the-scenes mechanisms trying to pressure certain industries or maybe political personalities for some kind of concessions.
Roknifard said it would be unwise for the global north to alienate Malaysia, given that 2 of the world's superpowers have long been vying for dominance in the region. For years, Southeast Asia and the South China Sea have been battlegrounds for the US and China to exert influence and sway states to their respective spheres.
Also wouldn't be interested in any of them pulling out, because it also tries to benefit from this kind of competition taking place. If, let's say, the United States were to pull out, abandon Malaysia, sanction Malaysia, included into the access of it as supporters of Hamas or Iran, for example, there would be a vacuum, which would be filled up by China.
Meanwhile, Azmi Hassan from Academy Nusantara says Malaysia's backing for Iran stemmed from a perception that the Islamic State is being bullied by Israel and, by extension, the US. He said it was unlikely that Malaysia's support for the Middle Eastern country would bring adverse consequences, since Malaysia has also had open exchanges with Hamas.
When Prime Minister openly contacted or communicated with Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas leader, not once but twice, I don't see any reason for us to be concerned about our security, because our support to Iran, similarly our support to the Gaza people, is based on international rule.
While the legitimacy of these back and forth gestures may be subject to debate, it is more important for states to address the issue with pragmatism, sparing further bloodshed in an already protracted conflict. Natasha Bust and Danish Rajareza, FMT News.